What's going on, everyone? My name is Jordan with Exotic Whips. Thank you very much for joining myself and my fiance in our pickup truck. We're heading to the gym, and I thought it would be a good time to do a little car talk. Cars and coffee. Don't sue me for that, cars and coffee. Anyway, today I wanted to talk with you guys a little bit about the engine options for the E36. So when I first started this build, I was mainly interested in doing an S54 swap, and if you're unfamiliar with that, the S54 is the M3 motor out of an M3 that is 2000 through 2006. So there are a few different things about that motor compared to the one that's in my car. Well, there's a lot different compared to that one, and probably 90% of the details I don't know. I do know the S54 has around 333 horsepower. The motor that's in my car is an S50, not an S52, which is in 96 through 99. So the 95 had an S50. With my car, there are a few options. I could do the S54 swap, which would be a decent amount of money. Not a gigantic amount, but it would be a good amount. It'd be around 10 grand to do the S54 swap into the E36. On the other side, I could also, I don't know if I would call it a full build, but I could take my S50 out, kind of get everything looked at, maybe touch some internals. It has around 230,000 miles on it. And then I could turbo it. Now, I would love to hear your guys' thoughts on what you would rather do, because the S54 will be NA. I'll keep that NA. I may do flex fuel on that just because it's basically an easy 30 to 40 more horse. But the car will primarily be used as daily driving, just normal. I don't drive that much anyway, so daily driving is sparse anyway, so the car will be used daily and for track days. So the S54 being NA, I think will be a great combo, but I know a lot of you guys, well, a lot of guys on YouTube tend to just go for high horsepower numbers, and the best way to do that is just with the big ass turbo. So I would love to hear your thoughts. Would you guys rather have an NA S54 motor that is clean, good throttle response, not a ton of power, but enough? Or would you rather have me build the S50 motor and turn it into just a turbo monster? Okay, second on the agenda for E36 plans is aero. I know a lot of guys are into wide bodying, which I don't even know if that's considered aero. That's a body kit. I guess you may be able to consider it aero. I'm not going to wide body this thing. I'm not one for body modifications, but I do need to put some aero on it. I'm not a huge fan of how the E36 looks without a wing, and there's basically, you have like the factory OEM wing that's kind of shorter, a little shorter. Then you have the LTW. I think there's two options for LTW, and my good friend over at M Sport Parts, he knows all these like the back of his hand. So if you guys need anything like that, I don't think he actually carries it. I'm sure if you hit him up via email, he'd be all right with it. But there's a few different LTW wings that come in different heights. You can get one that's like super tall, and I forget all the options. I'm leaning right now towards the smaller OEM wing. It comes up about 2-3 inches, I'd say. I'm leaning more towards that one, or maybe nothing. I don't know. I'd love to hear your guys' take on that as well, because again, I want it to be a clean build. I don't want it to be anything. Again, I'm not much for wide body and deep dish, but with that being said, I'm totally doing this project for this channel, so if that's what you guys would prefer, you know, we may have to change some plans around. So let me know in the comments down below if that's something you would like as well, or your opinion on that. All right, last but not least, I'd love to hear, I wish I had more subscribers, because I would love to hear the layout or the feedback on this. So I was driving my RA yesterday, and I got stopped at a stoplight, and there were some guys handing out some stuff. And anyway, long story short, I started talking to one of the guys, and he was this older guy, probably in his 50s, and he was chatting with me about the RA, you know, the normal spiel. Oh, you stole my car, ha ha ha, that's really funny. I've only heard that joke 10 million times. And then I said, well, can you drive a manual? And he said, no, that's an automatic. And I said, no, it's a manual. And he goes, oh man, no, I've never even seen one. So he had no idea what a manual car even looked like, let alone how to drive one. So I'm really, really curious to know the percentage of you guys that can drive a manual, because that's how I grew up driving. I grew up learning how to drive on like a 1970 Chevy stepside manual pickup truck. I don't even know what it was, a 3-speed, 4-speed, 3 on the tree. I don't even remember, but it still is kind of mind-boggling to me that most people nowadays can't drive a manual. Can you drive a manual?
No.
She can't drive a manual. So yeah,
I've not even tried.
I would say most. I'm very curious actually. So drop a comment down below. Let me know if you guys can, if you want to learn how and just don't have the opportunity. If you've never had the opportunity to and you don't really care about it, if you're automatic for life, I'm super curious to hear that. So anyway, guys, this is basically a short version of Cars and Coffee. I'm stealing that title until they sue me. Don't sue me, I'll take it down. I'm stealing that for now though. Just a quick drive to the gym, gonna go get a workout in, and then finish up some normal work that I have to do, and then keep working on the E36 today. I'm going to be dropping the video that I shot yesterday for power steering fluid, which I changed out on, or power steering hoses and everything that I changed out on the E36 yesterday. So now that that's done, I can kind of get the car off the blocks and start really beating on that S50 motor to see what else needs to be done and to just have some fun with it. So anyway, cheers guys, thanks for watching. I will see you guys next episode.